Have you ever wondered or thought about going into the men's weight room to lift weights and have immediately felt both excited to be starting that part of your journey and possibly intimidated? If so, you are definitely not alone. Today we're going to talk about how to navigate going into the men's weight room, as well as how to feel comfortable in overcoming that intimidation factor and making it your own place. Hi, my name is Kim, and I'm going to walk you through how I overcame my own intimidation of going into the men's weightlifting room. And it was not easy at first, but it became where I'm not as intimidated anymore. So the first thing I did once I started my GLP-1 journey, I knew I needed to get back into working out and lifting weights. Back in my early, probably I'd say more mid-20s to in my 30s, I would go to the gym. I would wake up between 4:30 and 5 every morning, go to the gym, work out, lift all of the weights on the machines, weighted machines, and then do cardio. I did that for years, so I was very comfortable with doing that. Of course, before GLP-1s were available, I would lose 10-15 pounds between August and say January. Then by February, I had worn my body down so much between the stress of the workouts and the stress of work, being a teacher, being a new teacher at that point in time. And I would gain back all the weight that I had lost and then some. So when I did start this journey back late May and starting early June, because my first shot was the 30th, I think, of May. Anyway, I knew I needed to get back in. So I started with it's an app on my phone, and I'll pop up a short video clip of the app. I think it's called the Gym Plan or Gym Planner, something to that effect. I always get the title wrong. And there are many different workout plans on it, and the app is $9.99. I pay that each month, and it comes with different programs that you can choose from. And the program I chose to start back because I hadn't worked out lifting weights for years. So I had that plan to help guide me back through. I did it, I think it was the beginner's workout where it was only strictly machines, which I was comfortable with, and I followed that program for the 4 weeks program. Once I got comfortable doing that again and I went through that program, then I went in and did, I think it's a program called Ladies That Lift, and it was a combination of machines and lifting weight. And that means, that meant for me that I had to venture into the men's weight room, because upstairs where all the machines were, there might have been a 5-pound weight or a 1-pound weight, something small like that, and that's not what I needed. So my best friend who got, we were working out together, but not really together, but we go to the gym and we do our own workouts. She finally convinced me to step a foot in there, and I did. I started lifting the weights. I felt very uncomfortable, even though there were not a lot of men in there because we go so early in the morning. It still felt awkward because, again, I'm very out of shape, and I couldn't lift hardly anything. I think I started with 5-pound weights for some of the exercises, and max at that point in time 10 pounds for some of the others. But I have over time, over this last month to month and a half, because I'm concluding my 3rd month this week, and I've gone up significantly. I am now deadlifting 20 pounds, and a lot of my leg and some of my arm are up to 15 pounds. So I have come a long way. And I'm very proud of that success, and I've gone down 2 pant sizes and since I started. So I'm thrilled, beyond thrilled. But anyways, so again, over time, became more comfortable. There are days, pretty much majority of the days, because she gets there a slightly bit earlier because she has to go home. I go in a little bit later, but I feel comfortable now having built that up over time to just be able to walk in. My advice, and I'm not a personal trainer, I am not giving you, advice on that end of things because I'm not a personal trainer, I'm not a doctor. These are just my experiences, but the recommendations, there are 3, and I kind of walked you through those steps. 1, I would start with machine weights. There is a lot less chance of you injuring yourself because the machines keep you or help guide you into the correct positions. Yes, you can still, hurt yourself if you go too heavy too soon, but it's a little bit less likely of a chance of you injuring yourself versus with free weights because they're free, they are not as stabilized, and all of those types of things. The second recommendation is have a friend with you. Go in working out together. Again, having that other female energy in a more male-dominated room helps ease that intimidation factor. When I'm in the weight room, I get the weights that I'm going to use and I take them to a specific area in the room and I do my workouts there. I will eventually have to, as I keep challenging myself, to do more of the machines down there, but that's going to come with time. But having another female in there with you that you're comfortable with, doing the workouts does help lessen that intimidation factor. And then the third thing that I would recommend is going when it's not a peak time for people working out. I go early in the morning. One is because that's when I have the most energy. I don't hurt in the mornings and I can get in a really good workout. I know after the last few years that after being on my feet all day at work as a teacher, I'm exhausted. My feet hurt, even though it's not as bad as it has been in the past. But I don't have any energy left to give to a really good workout at the end of my day. So again, when I'm in there, there's a handful of people, males, in there at that time. There are a couple of other females in there that is not my best friend that goes to the gym with me. So again, I'm getting used to the people who are in there. They're used to me. They don't bother you or bother me, which is you see on social media people always coming up to females and asking can they help and all of that. I'm sure if I had a question about a machine, I'm sure one of them would probably guide me through it if I couldn't figure it out and things like that. But otherwise, they're there, they're doing their workout and so forth. So my suggestion also would be go when it's not a peak time, whether in the morning or later at night. Again, try go at different times of the day when your schedule allows to see where and when you're most comfortable. So those are my suggestions. That's how I kind of overcame that intimidation factor, is going when it's not a peak time, having a friend to help me go in there, and now I'm comfortable going in on my own. I hope you have found this video to be of help. If it's interested into you to start working in weight training, I hope you found some value in today's video. I know you guys can do it. You just got to take a step in that direction, and you can do it. I have faith in you guys. Until my next one, you guys. Bye.